Tunnel snakes. If Butch and his leather-clad delinquents accost Amata one more time, they'll have more to deal with than their acerbic teacher. Their services have come in handy upon occasion, I must admit, but they're starting to become unruly. If dogs become feral, they must be put down. I'll have to remind Butch of that in our next meeting. Beatrice. Just what Vault 101 needs. An absent-minded, sexually repressed sycophant. Beatrice has served Vault 101 admirably for years, but her mind is growing feeble. I'll have to speak with her good doctor about some kind of long-term pharmaceutical solution. We may at least be able to keep her comfortable and quiet until she passes on. Jonas. I never should have assigned Jonas as James's assistant. He was always too idealistic for his own good. Now he spends every waking minute with the good doctor, who gleefully fills his ears with even more idealistic nonsense. I've reconsidered reassigning him, but the truth is, Jonas is a fine medic in his own right, and hiding him down the maintenance would be a terrible waste of resources. Amata. Every time I try to get Amata to open up, she just pushes further and further away. Since he was a child, I've tried to instill in those virtues that have made this vault what it is today. Loyalty, honesty, commitment, hard work. She does try, and with a lot of guidance has grown into a fine young woman. That makes it all the sadder that she continues to alienate me. She looks at me and sees the overseer, not the father that has cared for her alone. Alone! Since she was an infant.
Report 22410210. As Tess suggested, the immediate vicinity of the vault is no longer dangerously irradiated, although background radiation is still well above safe levels. Pockets of more intense radiation appear to still be common, and all surface water seems to be undrinkable. We'll need to carry ample supplies of Rad-X with us on all future surveys, but hazard suits do not seem to be necessary for general exploration. Our old maps are largely useless. The town of Springsvale is an abandoned ruin, and all pre-war roads have disappeared or are no longer passable. We encountered a group of monstrous ants which appeared to confirm Mackey's theory of mutation due to extended exposure to radiation. We drove off the ants with gunfire and collected several specimens for study upon return to the vault. See Exhibit A. The good news is that human civilization still survives despite everything. We discover a settlement known as Megaton, see Exhibit B, whose inhabitants, although somewhat wary at first, soon welcomed us into their town. We spent a good deal of time in Megaton and learned a great deal about the quote-unquote capital wasteland from them. Megaton is a fortified outpost of civilization of sorts, but it seems that the giant ants are the least of the dangers in this new world. We agree that it was prudent to return to the vault immediately to revise our survey plans in light of what we've learned. Lewis and Agnes remained in Megaton to serve as ambassadors and continued to collect information until we return. Ann Palmer, Survey Team Leader, February 10th, 2241.
Letter from Dr. Stanislaus Brown. A letter to the overseer from Dr. Stanislaus Brown. If you are reading this, emergency vault internment procedures have been initiated. You and your control group have been shielded in your vault. Congratulations! You are now a vital part of the most ambitious program ever taken by Vault Tech. If you have not read your shield orders, do so now. They will outline the experimental protocols assigned to your control group. Please remember that deviation from these protocols in any way will jeopardize the success of this program and may be considered grounds for termination by Vault-Tec Corporation, as outlined in your employment agreement. Your vault may or may not have been selected to receive a GEC module. Please see Attachment A for details. Dr. Stanislaus Brown, Director, Social Preservation Program, Vault-Tec Corporation.
Vault 101 will not receive a GEC module and should operate under the guidelines laid forth in the Overseer's sealed orders.
The GEC is, quite simply, the most advanced piece of technology ever developed by Vault-Tec. A terraforming module capability of creating life from complete lifelessness. After riding out the storm of a nuclear Armageddon in a Vault-Tec patented vault, residents can activate the GEC and create a new earthen paradise. Craters and dust will give way to rolling grasslands and sparkling clear water. Of course, due to the monetary constraints, not every vault will be equipped with a GEC module.
You know, the awful truth is, when we hear about those less fortunate than ourselves, and we wish there was something we can do, we simply move on.